14 Sierra Whiskey 007 calling CQDX.
Bonjour, hello, welcome to Max Mountain World. Join me today in a beautiful hot late afternoon in Les-Orres. Beautiful hot day, ideal for testing antennae. Now, recently modified things, changed things and acquired things and disposed of things and all the rest of it. What we have here is basically the Mark II Moxon and the Mark III mast, and this is way safer, way easier and way better. So here's a little video on it. Okay, one little thing first. On the roof of the car I have the Stereo HP 3000 antenna with its 1.5-ish meter width, mounted on a serial 3-point magnet. And those of you might have doubts as to how fast this can actually stay on the car. I'll put a video link up to the top right of your screen now. From when I was in my holidays, I went over to Austria, popped in via Germany, did a little autobahn run. That stays on at 140 miles an hour, 225 kph. So anyway, the Moxon and the 9-meter mast, it all fits in the boot. Cables, only one tool needed, and the plate is in here as well with the first stub mast. Okay, let's get the gear out. Don't need my hat yet. Crossboom. Coax. Removable cable ties. The wire. The top fixing. The one tool that I need. That speaks for itself. The 4 poles. And the mast. So I've rigged up the plate and its pole with an old, what a good friend of mine calls a Shelley bracket. And what happens is the mast will just drop in there, and on the top end here I've got a U-bolt fixed on very firmly with an extension here, and I've splayed it out a bit. So what happens is the mast will actually slot in there, and then I'll show you just one of these bungee cord things, and it's in place and it's turnable. So this is I'm behind camera just now picking up stuff, but this is totally different and much safer system than before. I've got the mast here. Sorry about the light, but I've got to keep this downwind of the car. So I can take this rubber cap off. Goes in there, bungee cord round, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and I'll hook it back onto itself there, and that's just got enough turn on it now. A little modification I made to the top section of the mast is I popped a hole through for this crossboom to be on, and basically it'll put it that way, it'll slide in, and because I drilled the two of them together, the holes should line up. Might be a wee bit dodgy to find it at first, but yeah, that's it. Once I've got that in place, and then pop the bolt in. Finger tight does it. It's not doing anything. It's just stopping. It's just keeping the cross section to the top beam, the top boom, or top pole, whatever you want to call it. That does fine. So we're ready to rocket that, ready to fit the actual antenna itself. Okay, so first things first, what to do is get the poles in. 1, 2. There's just enough room next to the car for this. That's worked out fine. 3 and 4. To extend 3 of them and leave the 4th one for tensioning the wire. So we're in this state here, and as I say, 1 left for the final for tensioning up the wire. The wire I've already laid out around, and the thing to do is to put it over the poles. Over is important so that when it pulls into the Moxon shape up the way. Unlike other YouTubey people, I've not done a practice run with this. This is the practice run, so forgive me if something goes a wee bit amiss. Anyway, as I say, the important thing is to loop the wire over, not have it hanging under, so that it can pull it into place. So what I should have done, and I'm going to mark it up for next time, is I should have the driver there, so I'm getting the upward tilt. I'm going to go off cam and change that, and then I'll come back to as we were. So I've got it changed round just as I did. This guy's come up there. Hopefully he's parking up. It sounds like it. The engine's off. Good. So you can see from the back here, if you can make out the wire, it's got the upward tilt to it, so it's going to be pointing away from the ground just about 5 or 10 degrees or so. So these are the rods. We've got the cross boom. I'm about to set this up. I'll show you that as well. And that's it set up. Only thing left now, make the connection and drop the cable down. When I set up the coax for the other aerial, I'm reusing the same system that I had before for this, where I've got a hook for the first piece. So the first piece goes into the antenna, and I've got this little carabiner taped on, which stops any cable pulling down on the antenna itself. Keeps the wire straight, which is very important. Just like that. I'm just looking at this, and unlike Gus with his new quad antenna, where he has to work off his steps to build it because otherwise it hits his car, this is pretty neat. It's just perfect for it. Absolutely spot on. So okay, let's get the thing up. This is the one and only tool that's needed. It's just a screwdriver with a, I think it's 7mm for the Jubilee clips. So basically what we'll do is, I'll pocket that just now, because that first section can go up and literally self-tighten onto that one. It's all very, very light, so there's no problem with doing that. Now, same with the second into the third. Quick pull, quick twist. third into the fourth, and again quick pull, quick twist, fifth into the sixth. And what we'll do here is pull that clip down, loosen it off a bit. I tightened it when I put it away last just to keep it in place. So semi-tight, not too tight, because the bigger ones are going to be more of a hassle to get back down and into a size that fits back in the boot again. But yeah, quick tighten up. Lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fifth section that I'm on now. And again, bring that down into not too tight into that, and the Jubilee clip again. So the Jubilee clip just over the bottom section there. Ow. Okay, so I'm back up at the house here, the home QTH, just outside the garage, just outside my workshop, and I had a little problem down there. I think I'll probably have left that on in the edit. Whoa, creaking my neck here. But the different sections, the push fit ones at the top, actually, one slipped, then it pushed the other, then it pushed the other. The whole lot came down and smashed one leg off the aerial. So what I've done is I've managed to get a sort of fix on it with one of the legs of the old Moxon, which, if Mr. Cloud isn't in the way, hang on, and it didn't quite Moxonify quite so well, so I've got a piece of string on it with a couple of carabiners, and just making it the right shape. It's working absolutely fine. So what I've done is, I don't think I've weakened anything. These are the cable ties that are keeping the coax in place round about the mast. And on the mast itself, I fitted a couple of bolts, 2 bolts, and then I fitted an extra Jubilee clip on, just to stop them from sliding down again. It's going to be easier to put up and easier to take down again. So big I did a quick rig check with someone in Ireland, and I got a huge pile up of 9 pluses. So let's just have a little look in the radio. So on a listening basis, this is on the Stereo 3000 on the roof of the car. That's the Moxon. Just cut the end of his over there. I think it's Republic of Ireland.
I blew a fuse,
Serial.
so I took it in. My
Moxon.
two was offline, so I just took this radio in for a little bit of action. Wasn't sure. Yeah, it's the
Bit shaky, but that's one of the new bolts that I fitted. Another one further down. I fitted a bolt through the 2 crossbars as well, just to make sure that they stay in place, and we're running fine. So like I said at the beginning of the video, down the road I had to come back up here, obviously got the workshop and got everything sorted out. So the new mast system here, a better light now actually, there's the wheel sitting on it, and this is just sitting in there. It can turn, and it's just sitting in there too. This is the angle I have it at, and that bungee clip just keeps the tension on the turn for it. So I'm going to take it down now, and what I'll do is in the outtake I'll show that coming down, speed it up if need be if the video takes too long, but it shouldn't take long to do it. Okay, so that's it. The new Moxon setup, the new mast, much better system, even though I broke it. Again, the first one I broke it came down, but I was having to lift it into place. This one's a lot easier. Stick it up, fix it, stick it up, fix it. Much better system. So the same to take it back down, a lot safer, not a case of, well, here we go, and less chance of breakage, even though, well, what happened, I had to modify it to stop it from doing that again. That's the way that I work on technical stuff, and usually if I have to repair something, I'll make it better than it was before. That's not an insult on the previous person that had this as well. So anyway, that's it for today. Again, the outtake, I'll stick this on the tripod and we'll see it all coming down. Ciao. So yeah, it doesn't fit in any kind of camera thing, but you'll see it after section 4 or 5. Okay, so that's it. That is very quick, very efficient, and it all fits in the boot. Thanks for watching.